We don't want to have these leaky bladders anymore. So I think that because it's so common for people to say that they have leaky bladders, that it's like, oh yeah, when I do a jumping jack, I pee, or when I laugh, I pee, or when I cough, I pee. But actually, it doesn't have to be that way. And for me, that's really empowering. Um, we can have better orgasms. You heard it straight from the doctor, right? We can have more orgasms, especially if they're not happening a lot, right? These are reasons to strengthen and move our intrinsic core. Um, this one's huge for me, right? We can prevent injury. As we get older, and our bodies take these positions and sitting at our desks, driving cars, or the more injury and trauma that we have over time, more injury is possible as we get older. And so the more we move our cores and the more we get in touch and engage our cores, the less that's going to happen. Physical longevity, right? We want to move freely for as long as we can. And just overall, we can feel better. So if you could go to the next slide, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, so from our cores, we source protection, right? So our cores protect our vital organs. From our cores, we source balance, stability, strength. Our core is what houses our breath, our lungs, our diaphragm. From our core, we find our coordination. In our core, we find the source of our orgasms, the source of reproduction. I mean, for all these reasons, we should be worshiping our cores and really getting to know them as intimately as we can. Next slide. Thank you. All right, so remember how I told you I was going to really simplify? So here's what, taking all the information that Laura's already given us, which she just blew my mind in how helpful she was in just 20 minutes. So taking all of that and then this. So as we move tonight, I want you to think about the four walls of your core and the ceiling and the floor. All right. So when I reference the ceiling, I'm referencing the diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle, right? Okay. And then the front and sides of the core. Remember how Laura had that slide with the core canister, right? It's the same slide I have here. I'm just giving you these little words to attach to the image. Um, and so today we have tons of abdominals. We often think of the rectus abdominis, right? But today we're going to, and you hear the obliques a lot, but today we are going to focus on the transverse abdominals, which are like the corset muscles that wrap around from the front, wrap around the sides and into the back. And then the muscles in the back that we're going to focus on tonight are the multifidus muscles. And then finally, of course, the pelvic floor is the floor of our core. Um, okay, next slide. Okay, so I am just going to give you a little outline of where we're going. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to learn expansive breathing, which is how we're going to locate our diaphragms within us and connect to our diaphragms. And then we're going to focus on finding the transverse abdominals, which can be kind of hard to do because they're pretty deep down in there. And then we've already done some work locating our pelvic floor, so we'll go there one more time. And then we're going to find the multifidus muscles in our back. And then once we've found all those things, then I'm going to turn a little music on and we're going to come to our mats and we're going to move around in our core. Okay, so you can unshare the screen. Yeah, great.